Good evening, friends, and welcome back to Lady Arcader's Super Showcase 2025. My name is Momo, and I am thrilled to be your host for the next block of runs. If you're just joining us, we are here all weekend raising money for CARE. CARE was founded in 1945, and since then they have been a leader within a worldwide movement dedicated to ending poverty. CARE works to empower women and girls in order to effectively address the root causes of poverty, creating pathways to economic freedom for all. For example, for over 2 decades, CARE has been addressing the root causes driving violence against women and girls and supporting survivors. CARE's Vision 2030 strategy for a shared future puts forward a goal that 50 million women and girls experience greater equality, including eliminating violence and increasing women and girls' voice, leadership, and education. Efficient, far-reaching, locally led and trusted, CARE partners with communities to create lasting solutions in the 121 countries and counting that CARE operates in. To learn more, visit www.care.org. And we are still setting up for that Dicey dungeon run, so we should be ready to go soon here. Just want to let everybody know that bid war is still open. Currently, Jester is in the lead with $88, Thief close behind with $80, and then Witch actually has been catching up and is at $60. So if you want to get that last-in snipe to get Witch, our she-her magical girl representation, as Char was calling it earlier, definitely feel free to do so. Type !donate in the chats and get those donations in. It's going to a great cause, and then also more magical girls, more Lady Arcaders. Sounds like a great plan. And while we're waiting here to get set up, I just wanted to remind everyone that if you type !schedule in the chat, you can go ahead and get a look at the full schedule for the weekend, and in your own time zone too, which is very handy because I know I don't like to do math, so it is very nice to see everything locally. We have some great runs coming up at the rest of the night as well, and tomorrow, our last day, tragically, if you ask me, but we have a lot of really cool things happening, so definitely check that out and see what's in store. And we are still working on that Grubfather incentive for the Hollow Knight run later on in the evening. We're over halfway there. We need $500. We're at $363. So I believe that the knight works hard. He deserves his rewards. We should definitely get that for him. So keep working on that. But in the meantime, as I said, if you have any last-minute donations to get in for the character bid war, it will be closing once we start the run, so you don't have much time left. Okay, and I am seeing that looks like we are... Oh, actually, we're just about ready to go ahead and send it over to our runner. but while we wait, I hope you all enjoy the great tunes that are happening right now. It has been an awesome day of runs, and I expect this evening to be just as great, if not better. So I hope you're all having a great evening, chat. Okay, and it is time, everyone. The show is about to start, the dice are hot, so Cell, let's roll.
Hello, everyone. Indeed, we've got great tunes. We've got a banger of a tune here on the intro screen of Dicey Dungeons. Thanks to your generous donations, we're going to get to see Backstage all fights. We're going to call for the character in just a moment, so we've got just a moment still to snipe that, potentially, decide who I'm going to play as. But I have a lovely commentator with me, if she'd like to introduce herself.
Hi, I'm MenaceMandz. I'm just here for the luck and to help Cell out for the hard moments where she's going to have to concentrate, because this boss fight is really good. You guys are in for a good treat.
Yeah, it's going to be great. So, Backstage is specifically the final episode of the game. The whole story of Dicey Dungeons is Lady Luck is hosting a game show. She turns some humans into dice to participate, with the whole thing of they will win their deepest, greatest desire, whatever that is, and all the characters have different motivations. However, she lied, and we're just kind of eternally trapped in here. So instead, we finally, after a whole bunch of things, a whole bunch of fights, going through all the dungeon, we get to enter Backstage, the final fight, and we're going to get to face off against Lady Luck. So, in this intro, we all 6 characters confront her and, say, we're leaving, we're going to do it. And she goes, you know what, I can prevent you from leaving. We can do it. We call out the fact that she's cheating, doesn't matter. Once the doors are locked, there's no getting out. And with that, Momo, who won the bid war?
Just going to refresh it one more time for us, but I'm pretty sure I know the answer. Yes, we are going to be running with Jester.
Awesome. Okay, Jester is the secret 6th character of the game, and only works in all fights. Trust me, I've tried running him in any percent. It doesn't work. So, all right, the Jester is a former minion turned playable character, and it's going to get exciting. So, the way this works is we need to rescue everyone, escape the dungeons, and if the Jester is knocked out, it's game over. It can be pretty intense. We're going to try and figure this out. But with that, time is going to start upon me clicking start. So, in 3, 2, 1, start. All right, let's go all fights. So, with the Jester here, you can see the Jester has these moves. We finished off the Magician first try, very nice. And unlike in the normal game, in most of the episodes where you would add items to your, gain new equipment, you would upgrade things, that doesn't happen here. Instead, what we get instead is we're gaining NPCs to our party. It's a completely new mechanic, completely different from what you see in the rest of the game. What do I do here? I'm going to do this. And it's a lot of math. So we're going to be figuring that out. All right, there we go. That is a full clear of floor 1. And I'm going to heal for a moment. Mandz, how are you doing over there? How are you feeling about the fight so far?
I'm doing good. I'm excited to see who we're going to have come join our party, because obviously that's going to play a big impact on our final boss.
Indeed. So far, I haven't seen any of the characters. There are 8 specific characters we're looking for to appear at some point. When we see one of them, we'll explain that to you. If we don't see any of them, I am going to be very, very scared. But that's okay, because it's not going to happen.
Yeah, we have luck on our side tonight.
Indeed, we have luck on our side thanks to all of your donations. Speaking of donations and things, Momo, do you have any messages for us?
Absolutely. I would just like to pop in to let everybody know that we have some great merch for this event. So just if you're looking for something to commemorate this, for limited time only, you can purchase exclusive Lady Arcader Super Showcase merch. Choose from stylish t-shirts or tank tops showcasing the new retro-inspired cartridge design. Plus, don't miss out on the limited edition poster, notebooks, and stickers featuring our event trio Sprite, Glitch, and Kate. And if you want to top off your look, you can get one of our 2 newly designed scrunchies. A portion from every item sold will go to the LASS 2025 collection, goes directly to CARE's vital work. And you can check out the entire collection by typing !merch in the chat.
Awesome. Yeah, the merch is fantastic this year. It's very, very good. So something else that you might have noticed is, by and large, I'm doing movements with my mouse, but occasionally you might see controller controls popping up on screen. And so what's happening there is I am actually doing 2 different input methods here. I'm going to switch characters just so we don't lose Wolf Puppy. And so by doing that, it's faster for me to double tap the X button on my controller to exit out quickly. And that's Sneezy who's joined us. I feel bad for Sneezy. Sneezy has a dungeon allergy, which has to be incredibly difficult to deal with when that's where you both work and live. Could you imagine being allergic to both your workplace and your home?
Sounds so miserable. Poor guy.
Yeah, the poor little guy. He's trying very hard, but that's okay. We will help him out. We're gonna go over to Pirate. So far, I'm not loving the the NPCs we've got. Mm-hmm. The game has given us some interesting RNG. Oh, hey, we see a status effect. Blind.
Yeah. So with blind, that means we can't see our dice values. So that's gonna make things a little tricky.
There we go. Yep. Burn as well. That's another status effect. Mandz, if you want to explain that as well.
Yes, so it's going to set the next dice on fire, so it's going to cost us 2 HP to extinguish.
And the same as well goes for when it attacks an enemy. We've got some rough RNG occurring here. We're gonna use Jester. Oh, well. Okay then, Jester. Sure, that works. That. And then over to Wolf Puppy. So one of the things about all fights, as opposed to 90%, is I need to balance my, how many are in my party, because if I have everyone in my party by the time I hit Lady Luck, it's overwhelming. There's a lot happening. So we're not gonna do that. I'm gonna heal Wolf Puppy for safety. Anyways, as I entered that anvil in the normal game, that is an upgrade point. In this episode, that is a spot that lets us... That is a spot that lets us gain an extra die. Normally you'd gain extra die by leveling up, but again, we don't level up in this episode. Oh, okay. Handyman, are you gonna do your silly... Okay, Handyman didn't do his silly little thing he likes to do sometimes. Anyways, do you want to explain Shocked as well, Mandz?
Yes. So with Shock, it disables a random equipment. And the only way, I think, to get that unlocked again is you have to use the dice. And it's a luck of the roll.
You got to put a die in to unlock it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, there was some other stats effect I was going to explain. Oh, yes. General just mechanic here is... I can switch fighter once per turn. This is a vital part of the run, as you've seen. I keep switching between characters. Again, the Jester cannot be knocked out. Oh, hi, Cowboy.
Cowboy!
We're happy to see Cowboy. Cowboy is not one of the 8 we're looking for, but Cowboy is a high damage dealer, so we like that. We do like that. Okay, we're going to go here and here. Yes, Yeehaw is in chat for the Cowboy, who is also a cat. He's adorable. I love the design of him. But while we're doing this fight, Momo, how are you doing over there?
I'm doing great over here. And by the way, you're doing so well so far. This is super adorable. I love seeing it. I did want to make an announcement that we actually have a new poll open for our run of Split Fiction tomorrow. It is the Notebook Boss Amalgamation. So we're trying to create the ultimate boss by mixing and matching 2 of the 3 creatures that we could possibly have. So you can either choose between a demon, a crab, and a duck. And to remind everybody, that's a poll. So currently we're still pushing towards that Grubfather incentive, which is a target, and you can actually assign your donations to both a poll and a target. So 2 for 1.
We love that. We love 2 for 1. Also, 07's there too. Sneezy got knocked out in the fight, but that's okay. They can go home and take some allergy medication now. All right, Wickerman, please. Let me defeat you. You're not normally this difficult. And there we go. Boom. Something we also haven't talked about is the limit break. So that is the little thing that is underneath the character. In this case, it says against all odds. What it is when I take damage, that gets charged up. And different episodes have different effects. In this case, it is against all odds, which means should I proc it, I will roll a guaranteed 4 even dice. Which is very handy sometimes. We're actually going to go to Handyman here. We're going to do that and that. We're going to proc this just because I can do some extra damage here. There we go. Because Cowboy can hurt. Okay, Cowboy won't hurt us that badly. Not this turn anyways. Oh, okay. I forgot. The Cowboy's AI is kind of smart. Anyways, 07's to Handyman. That's okay. We're going to go here to Wolf Puppy. And we're going to do this. And then this. Who can use this? Vacuum. You can use this. We're going to Vacuum in part because Vacuum has the ability to heal. Okay, Cowboy. That was a decision. You all saw that, right?
I saw that.
Okay, Cowboy, sure. And Cowboy doing some silly things. Anyways, we got through Cowboy. We are going to heal Vacuum and Wolf Puppy, I guess. So far, we have not seen one of the 8 characters that are needed. Oh. Hey then, this run just got really spicy, chat. We did not get one of the 8 characters we needed. So I'm going to explain why we were looking for a character. It is because Lady Luck does these attacks in her first phase called... sorry, I'm a little bit shaken by that, but it's okay. We persist. Everything will be fine. I promise, chat. Lady Luck has an attack called Judgment, and they do damage based off of judgeable traits. So if you have the trait, you take 1 damage. If you don't have the trait, you take 18. It's a lot. So, this is about to get very interesting. This is not great news. I don't have anyone with a shield. Okay, well, we're gonna do our best. While I am mentally preparing for this, MenaceMandz, if you have anything you want to say or chat about, now would be a fantastic time while I just kind of focus.
I mean, I think it's pretty good that we have Skeleton, and I saw that we have Audrey coming up as well. At least we'll have a tanky person, and Skeleton is also a hard hitter. So that's my take on our current situation without the better characters that we were looking for.
I mean, can I just say that Audrey is like, I love this look. She's so strong looking, and I mean, I feel like that's a great addition to your party, right?
She works out.
Yeah. She's very strong. She also does weakened, which is helpful. We do have that in our benefit. Mm-hmm. Let's see.
Yeah, with weakening something, it'll make their equipment less powerful. But it's random which equipment it is.
Yeah, which is nicer for Lady Luck. Like, we can maybe manage this. This is not game over, but this is definitely RNG. Okay, we're gonna heal. We're gonna do this. We're gonna set her on fire. Okay, who are we gonna go to? Vacuum. Oh, 7's vacuum, okay. Let's see. Skeleton gets to go. We did not roll a 2. There's a 2. We like that. Okay. Who are we gonna go to? You. There we go. 2 6s. Welcome to Skeleton and Cowboy. They do a lot of damage. This is just gonna be a little spicy. Okay. I need to heal some people up. Momo, this is your last chance if there's anything folks should hear about.
Yeah, absolutely. I just wanted to call out that we have now reached and raised over $3,700 for care. So really great job, everybody. That is super exciting. It's going to a great cause. And I'm just so thrilled for us.
Yeah, that's an incredible amount. Thank you, everyone. All right, welcome to Lady Luck Fight. This is a classic boss fight in 3 phases. So she says, you know, I don't need to be popular. I have power. She doesn't need friends. She's got power. She's going to prove that she is powerful. So we're just going to pop some damage down here quickly. Hat wearers only take 1. Do I want to stay? I'm going to go somewhere else to take this because we have a hat wearer in the form of Cowboy. And we can get 2 6s, so we can put more damage down. So the key things here is phase 1 is always the same length. It's always 4 attacks. As you can see, there's 1 judgment, then she'll do 2 judgments, then 3, and then issue commands, which we'll talk about in a minute. The next thing that she'll do is... Do we have none that have... Okay, game. Well, we certainly have RNG happening.
Yeah, this is spooky. But you got this.
We don't have any characters with 2 judgeable traits. What? Okay. Well, okay. Oh, 7's... Okay. I'm just gonna warn Tech, this is probably gonna DNF. This is the worst RNG I think I've ever seen. Howwares and things
Oh,
that can...
wow.
What?
Wow.
Okay, we're gonna sacrifice Wicker Man here. But first we're gonna do this. Yeah, we're gonna sacrifice Wicker Man and we're just gonna hope real hard. Okay, for phase 2, I need to get her down all the way to 80 HP. I'm gonna have no characters to work with here. This is gonna get very interesting. So for Tech, if I DNF as I think I'm going to happen here, there will no need to worry about the flashing lights warning that I gave, because there just won't be flashing lights. I'm gonna go to Skeleton and I'm gonna proc this, just see what we can get. Okay, I'll take extra 10 damage on her. So I need to do another 28 damage to get her into the next phase. So she's going to issue commandments here. These are extra rules that are going to make this challenging. I'm going to have to play very, very carefully. So I'm just going to lock in and...
Oh, don't switch fighters.
Ooh, okay. Well, at least Skeleton will live. That's not terrible. We don't want her to heal. We don't have a lot to handle this with. We're going to take 12 damage. That was not great. She gained shield. That's not the worst option. Don't switch... Ma'am. No, we can't be doing this. We will be switching fighters. I don't care about locking 2 dice. I need Skeleton to stay alive because that curse might keep us alive. We're going to go to Audrey. Audrey's going to tank some damage for us. Oh, she's going to go over shocked. We have against all odds, though. This is good. So we have extra dice. Don't use odd dice. Okay, that's fine. I can use an odd dice there to open that, and that's still fine. Wait, chat, we might be cooking. Hold, we might be cooking. She's been weakened, so she's going to do that. You're going to be fine. We're going to pump all the damage in. Okay, she's below 80. She's going to do this
Perfect.
attack, then one more attack, and that's going to take her into phase 3. We might actually be able to pull this back. This is very, very tense, though.
Let's go.
Okay, so she's going to reduce... Okay, we don't want to take the poison, so we can't use you. I'm gonna go here. Okay, that was not much damage, but we're gonna enter the next one. She's gonna do 9 damage. It's not enough to get us our against all odds, but that's okay. All right, so now we're in phase 3. Now she's gonna start hitting extremely hard. She's gonna start hitting extremely, extremely hard. I'm gonna see 20. I need you to stay alive. Who are we sacrificing?
It's sacrifice time.
20
Just to get to
damage?
the end.
Jester. Jester can tank it. Oh, I need to end my turn. I was like, why isn't she attacking? Okay. We might make this work. Okay, that's a bunch of 6s. She's gonna do curses. I'm going to allow someone to die over that. Who should die though is the $1 million question. We are going to say farewell to Audrey. Audrey, thank you for your service. You have done very well. We appreciate you. Oh, 7's in chat for Audrey, everyone. All right, she's at 28 HP. Okay, this might be salvageable. Oh,
We have this. We got this. We got the big hitters. We got Cowboy and Skeleton. Big hit.
So doable. We can totally.
and the
do
reason
this.
we allowed Audrey to die there was to clear out the curses, because those curses are gonna suck. Okay. Wait. Okay. Time is coming. Time is coming up, and flashing lights warning as well. Time.
Let's go!
Oh my gosh!
That was so good.
I don't know how we did that.
Amazing.
Wow. Okay.
Oh no.
What a run. I am speechless. That was
So much skill.
I have never had a more stressful run of this category in my life. So
An emotional roller coaster. Oh my gosh, you were gaming.
Oh. Yeah, we did win. We won. Okay. With that, while I take a breath to regroup over doing that, Mandz, is there any shoutouts you want to give?
Sure. You can find me on Twitch and Blue Sky. I go by MenaceMandz on pretty much everything. Also, sometimes on TikTok. That's always fun. And yeah, I'm really excited. I will see a lot of you for Flame Fatales. I'm going to be hosting for that. So I'm really excited to see you guys in the next couple weeks. And Sel, that was just absolutely amazing. Thank you so much for having me here. That was a great time and a fantastic run.
Well, thank you for coming and helping me with that. If you want to see more of me, you can find me on Twitch at selcouthmind. You can also find me on various socials at selcouthmind or the selcouthmind, some variation like that. I have this exact run on backup for Fatales, so hopefully maybe I'll get pulled off and we can see a less chaotic, less stressful run of it. That would be wonderful. But yeah, you'll find me all sorts of places. You'll also find me at Preventathon. That's a charity event I run. So you'll find me all sorts of places. But yeah, thank you, Lady Arcaders, for having me. I am glad that came under estimate. I'm gonna throw this back to Momo though, so I could go take a breath, because that was a run.
Incredible. You deserve it. That was so good. Like the comeback was just like chef's kiss. Such a great break. We are going to get set up for our next run. And we're just gonna take a quick break. Welcome back, everybody, to Lady Arcader Super Showcase 2025. That was an incredible run of Dicey Dungeons. I was on the edge of my seat the whole time. Like, I just cannot believe that Cell came back and won that for us. That was so good. What an incredible gamer. We are going to be setting up for our next run, which is Devil May Cry 3 Special Edition, New Game Dante Heaven or Hell. So while we go ahead and do that, everybody go and get yourself a drink, a snack. It's nice in the evening, so maybe it's a little kind of a cozy blanket situation. And we will be right back with some more gaming.